Hi, good morning, good evening. How are you? I just wanted to come to you. It's me, Leanne Christine, and I'm a conscious creator coach. And I just wanted to share with you something that kind of dropped in yesterday for me. My passion in life is creating and empowering others to be inside that creative force, no matter what the circumstances outside look and feel like. And so I'm always in this. I'm always steeped and in the aliveness of creation and all of the pieces that go with that, all of the ideas, inspirations, everything that goes with it. And something that dropped into me yesterday was this phrase, creativity or creating is divinity in motion. And it really just, boom, to me, really speaks to the heart of everything, because creating, to be divine, doesn't have to be a perfect creation. It doesn't have to be a good creation. You know, the label of good, perfect, beautiful, meaningful, all those things. Creation or creating, being a divine divinity in motion, is really anything that you're creating. So if you're creating something that's not particularly helpful or useful, or your life experience right now that you're creating is not something you really want, it's not something you're passionate about, you're involved with something you could probably take it or leave it, it's not something you really want to do. That's still divinity in motion, because we are pure, conscious, divine beings of wholeness, pure extension and self-reflective mirroring biology of divinity, seeing and feeling and experiencing ourselves as the divine. And that is creating. That's always creating. It's always, 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 always creating. There's never a time, I don't think, that you're not creating. Even when you're dreaming, even when you're asleep, you're dreaming. And you're creating an experience through visualization or in the dream experience. I don't have a word to describe for that right now, but that's creation, right? It's kind of like an extension of creation. Your waking hours, you're creating your business, you're creating a relationship with another person, you're creating a book, you're writing a book, you're creating a beautiful room in your home, so you're designing something in your home. You are creating a pile of wood. A tree fell in your yard and you had it cut up, and now you're piling it up, so you're creating a pile of, so you're always creating. You're creating food to eat that night, or your breakfast or your lunch, so you're always creating. So it's divinity in motion. And I think what really begins to shift and change and really bring an inner peace and a sense of purpose and a sense of self, knowing yourself truly, purely as this divinity, is when your creation is becoming a creative force that supports what you love. So you're not spinning your wheels trying to create something you don't love, but your focus and your actions are supporting what you do love. It's really that simple. But it's really also very simple to fall into creating what you don't want, or to be in it and find yourself in it. You may have not even remembered when you fell into it. You're just in it. And that's a starting place. It's just kind of seeing, acknowledging where you are right now. Are you in the creative power of your creative divine force in something that you don't want for yourself at all? Or are you in something that you do want for yourself? And maybe you're a little bit in what you want for yourself, but still dibble and dabbling, you know, in some of the things, the distractive things that are sort of around the periphery of what you're really focused on, still kind of niggling and nagging at and taking your focus away from what you want to create. So I just wanted to share that. I just wanted to share the power of that statement, that creation is divinity in motion, and there's no judgment. Something is not divine just because it's not something that that felt good or felt safe, because it is our inherent essence as divine light beings, full of pure creative power. And it's the potentiality is all around us to select what we want to create and then start creating that, very simply. And there's no problem with finding yourself in creating something that isn't what we want. We're not enjoying it. It's not fun for us. We don't love it. But it's just where we find ourselves. But it's still divine creation, still divinity creating. So really, I just really wanted to share that, because we can really beat ourselves up and judge ourselves really deeply, cut ourselves really deep with judgment about what we're creating. Yeah, that's so emotional to me, because when I feel into the field, I know, and I've done that to myself, so I know what that's like. And when I feel into the field, the great field that we're all part of, that our consciousness is all connected to, I can feel that same energy happening with millions and millions of other people. So it is an incredible amount of tenderness that I have for that situation. So it means a lot to me to be able to share this with you, and to really focus in on just being aware of what our divinity is creating, what our divine action is creating, and is it something we want? Is it something we don't want? And to step into what we do want, and just to merely focus there, and that's it. Just focus there, and and that's the starting place. So and just how magical you are, whether you're creating something you want or you don't want, that's how powerful you are. You're still creating it. So that's your potential. It's all there. It's all sitting there. It's not even potential anymore, because it is happening. It's just, what are you focused on? What are you focused on? Is it something that's what you want or what you don't want? So just something to think about and feel into, and give yourself a big hug and some love, because it's not your fault. You know, it's not your fault. So this is where we're at. We can just change our focus and just give ourselves a tremendous amount of love and support, and really just celebrate choosing to focus on what you love. And I love you so much, and I'm just so grateful that I get to make these recordings and share them with you, because this is my heart and soul. And I hope that through these you see and just experience some of your own heart and soul. So much love to you, and have a wonderful week of creating, and just seeing where you're at with no judgment, and throwing a big hug your way. Mwah! And we'll see you next time. Ah.